Okay, it's Jason. We're back for the second half of our little video presentation on strengths, and we're kind of taking a bit of a different angle with this second video. We're going to look at the idea of strengths being overplayed. So often when we're challenged or stressed, we engage our strengths. And obviously that's a good thing. We're feeling the pressure and we think, all right, what am I good at? What can I use to kind of succeed here and get through whatever it is? But sometimes we kind of overplay or over-apply our strengths. So we've got a couple of examples here. The first one is one of my strengths is perseverance. So when I'm stressed, I immediately think, all right, better get organized, so I can get this job done, make a to-do list, whatever it might be. But if I'm too stressed, because of the stress, I kind of overplay that strength, and that can potentially turn into, kind of micromanaging or nitpicking, becoming a bit bossy or controlling. So I'm still engaging my perseverance strength. I'm just kind of overplaying it or kind of turning the volume up a bit too high.
The next example is humour. So humour may be a strength of yours. For me, it came in at number 13.
13?
So, yeah.
Wow. It was number 9 on mine.
I think that's an error. I think there must be a glitch in the survey. I'll probably write a letter about that. So if humour is a strength of yours, that can be really beneficial in terms of making people feel at ease, boosting morale. But when it gets overplayed, it can easily turn into sarcasm and also the inability to take anything seriously, which really is not productive, especially in your professional life.
So that's a kind of interesting situation where if you're playing your humour strength kind of well, then it can help kind of de-stress a whole group of people. But if you overplay that strength, it can kind of increase people's stress levels.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the next one there is appreciation of beauty and excellence. That was actually my number 1. And when I'm stressed, I kind of struggle to finish things because I want them to be perfect. I've got a really clear kind of image or vision in my mind of how it should be or what I want it to be. And I'm engaging my strength, but I'm just, once again, turning the volume up a bit too high, and I struggle to actually get it finished because I'm overplaying my appreciation of beauty and excellence. Ez, you had a kind of interesting perspective on this one too.
Yeah, so this one came in at number 4 for me, and interestingly, I found perseverance came in at number 22, and I can see the correlation between that in my life on the same note that when I overplay that, I want things to be perfect. I'll begin them with an idea in my head of how it's going to be. If it's not going that way, I won't just persevere, I'll stop. And that's only when I'm overplaying that strength. So when things are at, a regular kind of level, I feel like perseverance comes back. It's stronger. But yeah, if the volume's up too high on appreciation of beauty and excellence, then things just kind of fall apart in terms of perseverance.
Yeah, so that's interesting. The idea that, if we're able to play one of our top strengths to the right level, that it's really helping us. It can also boost our strengths that might be a bit further down the list, which is really useful too.
Yeah.
So the theme that you can kind of see, obviously, is that in every situation here, we're engaging our strengths. We're just turning the volume up a bit too high. So what do? I guess now that we know our strengths, we can not only practice using them, but we can also practice recognizing when we're overplaying them, and consequently turn our volume down a little bit on that strength.
When we acknowledge this, you can really reframe it in your mind to help negative thoughts and feelings that you may be having about yourself. So if you are looking at something and saying, well, I can't do this, I can't achieve perfection, reframe that in your mind as, well, actually my strength that is striving for excellence, the volume's just up too high. So if I turn that down, then I can get things done and be more productive.
So the idea there is that we're really embracing our strengths and coming at it from that kind of strength perspective, just taking care of our volume level. Yeah. In a second, I'm going to ask everybody to jot down or share an experience where they've overplayed a strength, and we've got a little bit of a prize up for grabs. I'll get back to that in a second, but our last little thing here to finish off, we wanted to give one more example that hopefully everybody can relate to, and that's procrastination, which we all kind of procrastinate at times. So here are 5 different strengths that you could potentially utilize to help you get things done.
So if perspective is a strength for you, you can use that to step back from a task that you may be procrastinating on and break it down into manageable chunks. So a way that you can do it is break it down so that you're looking at it as not one large thing that you have to do, but smaller chunks where you've got more success along the way and you can take breaks in between if you need to.
The second one there is using your teamwork skills to bring people together to get the job done. This doesn't have to be group work. This can just be engaging your kind of teamwork skills in other ways, like knowing who to go to for help, or teaming up with a partner for the research part of an assessment task or something like that. So knowing who you can draw on to work together with to get things done.
The third one is using self-regulation, and this can be done by holding yourself accountable. So if you need to get something done, book in a time, make sure you show up, get it done, and then reward yourself after.
The fourth one there is using hope to visualize how relieved and satisfied you'll feel once the task is complete. And we all do this to some extent. We all kind of think about, oh man, I'm going to feel so great once this is done. But those people out there that have got hope as one of their kind of top 5 or maybe top 10 character strengths, that could be a great way, to really look forward to that positive future where you feel satisfied in getting the job complete.
And the last one there is using bravery. So if that's one of your strengths, you can use that to start a task that you may be scared to. So a lot of the time we procrastinate because we're fearing something about the task, where if we use bravery, take the leap, give it a go, a lot of the time we'll find it's not as bad as we thought it would be.
So hopefully those are useful. I hope that you guys have enjoyed our 2 little presentations here. What we'd like you to do now is, like I said, just reflect again for a moment on a time when you might have overplayed one of your character strengths. So a time, you might want to think about whether you were in a particularly stressful or high pressure situation when you engaged one of your strengths, but you kind of turned the volume up a little bit too high, and what you might have been able to do to turn the volume down a bit. We've got a little bit of a prize up for grabs. So go to Google Classroom and post your little story of when you've overplayed one of your strengths, and we'll randomly select one person to win, drum roll.
But what's the prize, Jason?
5 free coffees from the CC Cares Cafe.
Whoop.
Yeah, you heard right. So jump onto Google Classroom, share your little example, and we hope that you've found this presentation useful.
Can I enter?
No.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Goodbye.
you. Bye.